Well, hello, my friends. Welcome to Granny B's house. Are you having a good day? Oh, I hope so. Granny B's having a pretty good day. Are you remembering to be kind to the people around you? Are you remembering to do little things to make the world a better place? Well, my cat Ed wants me to make his world a better place. He's just crying to go outside, but we don't let him outside by himself because he runs away sometimes, and we have to go chase him and bring him home to keep him safe. So today, I'm going to read a book called Never Forget Eleanor. And little Elijah Elephant likes to spend time with his grandma Eleanor. And, I was in a first grade classroom this week with a little girl whose grandma had just died. And, she was pretty sad. But this book is about how Elijah helps his grandmother when she starts having trouble remembering things. So if you've got somebody in your life who's having trouble remembering things, maybe Elijah can help you too. So let me get out of the way. Did I tell you this is written by Jason June and illustrated by Lauren Long? Well, it is, and he draws some pretty sweet animals. All right, let me move out of the way so you can see them now. Oh, goodness. Let's see. Elijah loved doing crossword puzzles with his grandma Eleanor. She always seemed to know every word in the dictionary. As Elijah read the clues, his grandmother sang the answers like they were waiting on the tip of her tongue. Tip of her trunk. 7-letter word for gulping down, Elijah sounded out. Swizzle, his grandmother said, as in, let's swizzle some lemonade, shall we? 8-letter word to show dramatically. Elijah sometimes stumbled, but Grandma Eleanor was always there to help. So close, dramatically, she supplied. L-Y sounds like L-E-E. And the answer is flourish. Grandma Eleanor used her way with words to tell the most beautiful stories about family, friends, and fairy tales. As she spoke, Elijah felt like his grandmother's words danced in the air and wrapped him up in a warm hug. Legend says it's good luck when a butterfly lands on your nose. He never missed Saturday story sessions where she told tales to the town. There was one story in particular that was both Elijah's and his grandma's favorite. It was the stormiest weather in over 20 years the day you were born, Grandma Eleanor would say, looking right at Elijah. But the sun came out with a flourish as soon as you entered the world. Grandma Eleanor also remembered faces of grocery clerks, librarians, folks she met long ago. Elijah loved when she introduced him to new friends. Grandma Eleanor never forgot a face because each one told a unique story. Everyone in town called her Never Forget Eleanor because there was no word, tale, or friend she couldn't remember. Until one day, there was. It started small at first. 4-letter word for out. Elijah read out loud. Grandma Eleanor paused. I have no idea. Oh, wait, that must be it. Idea. Then it got bigger. It was the stormiest. What was it again? The stormiest weather, Grandma, Elijah helped. Remember? Others noticed too. All my favorites right here in my yard. What brings you by? Elijah was concerned. It's time for Saturday stories, Grandma, remember? The worried looks on his parents' faces confirmed what Elijah felt in his heart. Grandma Eleanor was forgetting. The next week, Elijah, his family, and friendly neighbors gathered for another Saturday story session, hoping she wouldn't forget. But Grandma Eleanor wasn't on her porch swing. Elijah searched her house. Grandma! Their favorite cafe. Grandma Eleanor! And the park. Grandma Eleanor! Nobody could find her. Elijah's head was a jumble of worry. Where could she be? What if she never found her way home? How could he get her back? Elijah took a deep breath to calm his swirling nerves. That's when he had an idea. A 4-letter word for thought. Grandma Eleanor loved words. She adored turning those words into stories, and she cherished sharing those stories with friends. Elijah realized his grandmother had shown him what to do all along, even if she didn't know it. Elijah painted, then wrote, and their favorite story came to life. It was a stormy night, but the sun came out with a flourish, and there was the house, and there was baby Elijah. Elijah placed his signs all over town. At each word, he asked familiar, friendly faces to wait and guide his grandmother home. The trail went past their favorite cafe, through the park, and by the barber shop, ending right on Grandma Eleanor's front porch. I forgot how to get back, she said, but I saw your story and I started to remember. From that day on, when she went to the cafe through the park and needed to find her way home, Grandma Eleanor followed Elijah's signs. Some days she didn't need them. Other days she did. But Elijah's words and pictures helped her remember for as long as she could. Then, like all stories, Grandma Eleanor's eventually came to an end. It was time for Elijah's signs to be put away and for the town to say goodbye. Elijah knew that even though his grandma was gone, he could help everyone remember her. He spoke her favorite words. We always loved to swizzle lemonade and use our pencils with a flourish. He told her favorite stories. It was the stormiest day in over 20 years, and he thanked so many familiar faces for remembering her with him. I'll never forget you, Grandma Eleanor. And here he is working the crossword puzzles like he used to work with his grandma. Well, that's the truth. We all have a limited number of days to live, and then we move on to our next adventure. And we leave a lot of sad people behind us, but we leave a lot of love and a lot of good stories. So I hope if you were losing one of your family members, I hope you'll concentrate on the love and the good stories, the good memories you made with them. It's not always easy, and it leaves a big hurt in our heart. But, I think those people would want us to remember them with love and remember their stories. So, Granny B's going to stop preaching now, but I want you to know that I read these books just for your enjoyment. I do not own any of the copyright or any rights at all to these books I read, and I get paid no money for reading them. So if you'll just remember that Granny Bee loves you and I want you to come back and see me again real soon, then I'll read you another story. Okay? Bye-bye.